perhaps she's furthest away, at least from reality. So can't really argue with that. That's quite good. So yes, if you are listening from somewhere else, or if you know where the hell Tristan da Cunha is, and I think that is a place rather than a person, then let us know. But now...
I've just, incidentally, just as we're speaking, just got a text through from Lieutenant Dan, who says, show's great tonight. Is it possible that I could come on one day, being a lifetime goal?
That sounds pretty good. He wants to know if he can bring a friend as well, apparently.
Oh.
Does he have friends?
Has he got a friend?
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Is his name Tony?
Yeah, it's that again.
Okay, back to the roundabout again. Here's your first 2 clues, and I'll give you the third clue as well. So your first clues were, eggs done this way need no letters. Your second clue, piano repairer holds his hat up. And now, your first time listening to the third clue, which is, the oldie world says hi. So that's your first 3 clues out. Keep your guesses coming in via the normal channels.
Okay, there's only one thing for it. Oh, no, there isn't, because I haven't pressed the right button. There's only a few things for it. I'm going to have to click forward, because I have no idea where the good bit is. Sing us a song, boy.
This was the one that got going on Saturday. When the ball hits the net and MK don't score, that Simon Church.
That was the one we talked about the first time. That's so good.
We're some wordsmiths, aren't we? We really are.
Rhythm is indeed a dancer, right?
regular listeners.
I'm just struggling.
That's as good as rhyming orange with orange. It really is.
I didn't know how to... I was trying on the drum the other day to fit the drum. The only problem is I don't know how to get the drum along to the words, you know. They don't really fit in with the syllables, but we'll get there eventually. I think it's quite catchy. It might catch on. Bearing in mind, we spend a lot of time rehearsing the show and practising keeping a straight face while he does that. We really didn't do very well, did we? Okay, that means... Oh, it must be time for... Let's play Spot the Ball. Yes, indeed, it's time for Spot the Ball on the radio. We have a Dons-related football action shot in front of us with a 12x12 grid laid over the top of it. Using Photoshop or something similar like you kids use these days, we've gone ahead and removed the ball from the picture. Crazy tigers that we are. What you need to do is use your knowledge of the game to determine where you think the ball should be and let us know. The grid is labelled A to L across the top and 1 to 12 down the side, so you just have to send us the appropriate grid reference. D6, for example. Make sense? Cool. On we go then.
It's the franchise. It's the franchise watch. It's the franchise watch. It's the franchise watch.
And we're starting franchise with a couplet. These are often ones I like to go with because they're just nicely linked together. But will not be attending the MK Dons Cup game as I refuse to give the franchise money. Oh, sorry, the hashtag Francis money. Hashtag Saints FC. This is a lie, actually. The couplet's at the start of the next one, so ignore that. Right. But yes, hashtag Francis money.
Also, hashtag AFC Wimbledon.
Oh, sorry, yes, I missed that, yes.
Which is wonderful considering he's talking about not giving us money.
Yeah.
He wants to play for a proper team, not franchise FC.
If you could choose one club to liquidate, who would it be? No Yorkshire clubs. Franchise FC.
With Blackett and Evans out the door, is there anyone left from the humiliation against Franchise Capitals FC? ?
Is that a Man United thing?
Probably.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. Something to do with 4-0.
I saw there was a point up until the transfer fell through when they'd got rid of everybody
that
who
played against us.
But De Gea is now the only one left.
He is indeed, but also it still doesn't take away from the fact that we beat them 4-0 when they had several internationals in their team
Very
at the
true.
time.
Yeah. It's typical of fans from Franchise FC that they expect a former player not to celebrate scoring a goal. Pleased he did.
So are we.
Yeah, so we. That's typical of us. I think.
Was that the worst result in your 10-year history?
Yes.
That's actually I kind of like that. That was really condescendingly
What are we
written.
talking about? Saturday just gone.
I think so, yeah.
Goodness, bloody idiot.
Absolutely pathetic fans of Franchise FC. I've seen more lively funerals.
Top of the league. An FC franchise losing. That's the FC United type incarnation of
It is.
our club, you know.
Yeah.
The ones who don't like giving money to club stealers.
That's right.
Great day.
It should really be Wembley, considering our mammoth fan base not keen on giving Franchise FC any money. Can we just discuss that one very briefly for a second? This has to be a Spurs fan who is not keen on giving us any money.
Right.
Yeah.
Apart from the 5
thanks for
million
the
quid
5
they've
million
just
quid,
given us.
yeah. Bless him.
Amount of times I've asked people why they call us Franchise FC and they've not been able to respond. It's quite funny.
Might have mentioned it, not sure, but can't wait for Franchise FC away. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. All right, a few more of those later on, if we have time. Bear in mind, we're already 45 minutes over running in a 36-minute show.
The lexicon of chaff. Of chaff.
Right, sorry guys, due to a sore throat I can't really do the that's a lie. It's lexicon time.
You little tiger.
This is Jam Hot, this is the part of the show where each week we educate you, yes, you, the educated elite, into the ways of the feral underclass that seemingly run our planet by providing detailed translations of common street talk. This week the phrase under scrutiny is big up the bishop. Common usage. Wait, fitty looking. Quick, pocket snooker to pick up the bishop. She be melting for it, eh? Definition.
You do know that was Jers, don't you?
Mungo. I do believe the fine-looking lady is glancing in our general direction. If one employs a gentle manipulation technique, I envisage considerable growth in one's gentleman area, which the young filly will find impossible to ignore. Widely and incorrectly believed to have originated from the 2004 hit film The Football Factory, its first recorded usage actually originates from J.B. Priestley's beautifully delivered and wonderfully page-turning worded postscript to the news, which was, of course, first broadcasted from those naughty boys at the BBC radio on the 5th of June 1940, which was, of course, entitled Bloodthirsty Gutter Snipe.
Natasha's Noise, Fridays at 6 on Seclo Sounds. The only place to get the latest YouTube news and gossip. Tune in for an hour of chat and euphony that you won't want to miss. So remember, Natasha's Noise here on Seclo Sounds, Fridays at 6.
You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show here on Seclo Sounds, and we're rather pleased that you are. Right, we've had... Basically, we haven't got as much football to talk about this week, and we've got a bit of time. So I want to just talk briefly about new signings. What do we think? If I go down these, you can tell me what you think of these so far. Cropper.
Yeah, I like him. Very good.
Big man, brave.
I definitely think that he is going to challenge Martin throughout the season.
I think he will, yeah, it's quite interesting.
Not necessarily saying he's going to displace him, but I think he will challenge him.
Mr. Jennings.
Fat, gone out on loan.
Yeah, I'm disappointed he's gone on loan, to be quite honest. I'm not happy about that. I think that we should have kept hold of him. He's good.
So he's gone out on loan, but he's not gone to a club yet, so he's still at MK Dons. That makes so much... Actually, it does make sense when you think about it. He's not gone to a club yet.
Well,
He's
where
gone
has
out
he
on
not
loan.
gone to, then?
Nothing club. Apparently, he's not gone out on loan yet. He's looking to be sent out on
right.
loan. I like the glimpses of him, but he definitely needs...
Glimpses of him, he's optimist. The size of him.
He needs a loan away. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think he'll be great, but he does need to. He needs to get strong enough and fit enough to get some proper match time. Church.
Goal machine.
There's nothing I can... I refuse to talk about them, that pair. I'm done with them, pair of them, to be quite honest.
I think they were brought in too late, weren't they, really?
Church and Gallagher, it's really weird.
Gelling time.
I don't think we're playing the right kind of football for either
We're
of
not,
them.
no,
And they're getting a lot of stick for it, and I can understand some of it, but I'm not sure I understand. I think some of it's a little harsh.
From what I've seen of Gallagher, and those who know me will know that's not been quite a lot this season already, we're not employing him properly. Or if we are employing him properly, we aren't playing anyone up there with him to actually capitalise on what he's doing.
Yeah, well, putting a ball up for him to flick on is going to work because there's nobody for him to flick it onto other than their defence or goalie.
Perhaps we should play him up front then and old... What's his name? Gallagher up front and Church just behind him.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Be interesting.
You know, we play them in that stupid cup game we got coming up and see how that works.
The stupid Southampton.
Yeah, that's it.
Stupid Southampton.
Scammers.
Thank you, that's my phrase. Okay, so yeah, Church, Gallagher, we've just done Benevente.
I think you've got to talk about the two of these together, haven't you? Benevente and Agusa. The other night against Cardiff, they played well off each other.
Yeah.
Played very well off each other, and you can see they've played together before, which is an important thing to remember, that a lot of these haven't. They haven't had a lot of game time behind them.
I like Benevente. I think that we should persist with him because I think he's a guy that's going to need more match time to get a bit sharper. Sometimes he tries some things that don't come off, but I think it's just naivety of playing in a much sort of more physical league, to be quite honest. But I think he's the better of the two of them. I really like him.
From a purely, and this is a real just personal opinion, and if it doesn't happen, then so what? Don't come back to me and say, "Oh, you said this." I don't think Benevente will adapt, and I believe he'll be gone by the end of the season.
Really?
I'm not saying he's performed bad, but I don't see where in the team he's going to fit in on the long-term basis, and I think he's just going to struggle to adapt to England. And when you're at a lower league club, it's harder to adapt than it is to, say, Chelsea, where you can, under 21 leagues and things like that to play in your free time. But Agusa, I think, will eventually throughout the season be involved more in the team. Agusa. Oh, well, we're doing that Arsenal thing that all the commentators do, so that, like Santi Cazorla. Juan Maffa.
Joe Wolf. Walsh.
I don't know. Times you've been a bit hard on him so far, hasn't it?
I am gutted for him that he's injured.
Yep.
Very gutted because I think he's. I think if times got tough, I think he would have knocked Louis out of the team.
Right.
But he's not got any now, is he? But
no. He could soar like an eagle, I suppose.
And if you are one of the three people who will understand that musical reference, then please let us know.
Upson.
No, he wasn't on my list. That's
He's
good.
not on the list.
Upson. I nearly forgot one. I think Upson looks really. I think Upson and Walsh could comfortably play in the centre together.
So I'd throw a curveball in here. See, on Saturday, just gone, we would have been infinitely better playing him at centre back, to be quite honest, rather than.
I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't play. Actually,
I really honestly think that they've been a game and a team tailor-made for him. I'm a bit disappointed
against his old club as well.
He'd played up his game as well.
And he's. I think the few games he's played for us this season, he hasn't done a single thing wrong.
Foot wrong, has he? No, definitely not.
Hall.
Pace.
I like him.
Lots of it.
Yeah, I like him.
He's made a few mistakes, but everyone's going to make mistakes. But I think out of everyone on this list that you've got right here, he's by far and away the best player.
When he's not playing, everybody in the stands says, this is a game that needs Hall. Yeah, and he comes on and it's changed.
Quick question coming from Twitter. Camden Paul says, did Albie just describe us as a lower league club? I wasn't paying any attention.
I wasn't paying attention.
He did, yes. He did.
We think he may well have done.
I always pay attention.
No, well, in terms of being under the top team, we are a lower pool.
Murphy, too early, to be honest. I've got just looking everywhere with people turn around saying he's going to be our saviour. He's going to be fantastic. You know, we have not seen enough to judge. Just yet.
Played well Tuesday. Come off the bench, didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
But that's not his fault. That's Robbo's fault, as Robbo has alluded to.
I don't think he didn't do anything, but like you say, it's hard to judge someone if you've not really seen them play. You know,
that's kind of important sometimes.
It could be good. It could be bad.
Okie dokie. Right, you are listening to the MooCamp Radio Show on Seclo Sounds, and Seclo Sounds exists to bring people and communities together to celebrate all that's best about the city. We produce a variety of music and speech programmes produced by local people, and we're run by over 60 volunteers. There's always room for more, so if you've got a programme idea or a skill that you'd like to offer, send an email to volunteers@seclosounds.org. You'll find out more about the show, the station, and other shows that we produce by visiting www.seclosounds.org.
Right, coming up in the next section of the show, we've got my roundabout of what's happened in the forums and the rest of the web, but I'll be honest, it's been a bit quiet this weekend, so not a lot's happened there. We'll hear the next clue in this week's Circular Conundrum, more questions of the week answers, and we'll have a quick roundup of how some of our ex-strikers are doing at the moment. Riveting stuff, I'm sure you'll disagree with me there.